I was once lost like you, just wandering the streets, asking random people for which camera should I shoot with. And here you are, in the same position, asking a vlogger for help. We have 10 morons who are asking me rant-specific shit. Oh, you'll get your advice. You'll get it already.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
We're on the Canon Z50 with its best lens. Felt like stepping it up a notch today. Flat Earth Santa. Yes, his other name is Odin, by the way. Made his world like, why are you talking to me? Just ask your question. No time for small talk here. I don't care what movies you've seen, how much popcorn you ate during that movie and pissed off the person right next to you. Just the crunching. I don't punch you right in the gut. Nice camera. I've been looking at S1H for cinematic type stuff. What do you think of that camera? I tried it. In here, I was pretty impressed. It seemed like the autofocus was getting me. It was slow, but it got me. I was like, is it good enough now? Fantastic flippy screen, dynamic range, full frame. It was like my first full frame test other than Thailand when I borrowed all my friends' Sony gear. Sony doesn't count, they have no soul. I was impressed. And then Flat Earth Santa offers me the S1 and I'm thinking, okay, with that autofocus, I could do it. I don't need a flippy screen, I just get a little mirror. We're good. I cried myself to sleep so many nights. So many nights. Or should I get a Blackmagic Pocket K Pro? Or Zcam E2 F6? Help me out, bro. Thank you, first of all, for telling me nothing about what you plan to use it for. So I'm gonna assume that you plan on just stalking out grasshoppers. That wasn't even the word. There's no such thing as cinematic type stuff. On YouTube, those are the worst videos I've ever seen. When it's just like A7S3 cinematic test. It's 40 seconds of your random ass girlfriend walking, blowing hair. Where are you? Unless Gandalf shows up and says you can't pass this region, it ain't cinematic. Nothing that anybody does on YouTube is even close to cinematic. Your B-roll, oh, let's do a little cinematic test. And it's just random sequences in an algorithm. No heart, no soul. So which camera should you get for that type of work? I think you gotta go Blackmagic for the true cinematic. It'll look the best, then you gotta build out your rig and you'll look important and your video will suck, it'll get 17 views, and then we're good. Zcam is like a gimmick. They're bullshit. I've never tried one. It's probably the best thing I've ever made. Blackmagic all the way. Panasonic's dead to me. Don't mess with my sexual feelings. Give it to me straight. G9, what are you doing? You horny ass hot dog eating scrub. Go throw a hot dog to a duck. You For studio webcam-like recordings, which is better? A6100. The G9 will pulse. You want something in the background? Just be happy for it to dance for you in the back. Just electricity. Unlike the Canon C70's autofocus, which would never falter. And the ton is so magical. I'm not on a phone. Don't even lie and pretend that looks that bad. This is a C70 full frame. That's not even the size of the sensor. I can't recommend the G9 to anybody unless you know you're gonna be manually focusing. Sometimes I'll get the odd comment like, no, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. The G9's fantastic for me. I take pictures, manual focus. You're not even doing anything close to what this art is. Filming yourself. It's like different needs. If you're doing this, Panasonic, worst of the gump. Worst of the gump. I'm just a regular mom of 5. That's a lot of kids. Ouch to your body. Congratulations. Wow, I'm in the market for new vlogging camera. I'm interested in wide view, yet I don't want super heavy camera with sharp colors. I don't do color correction at all. You're giving me conundrums here. Please help. You are eyeing the Canon R6. What do you think? Stabilization's a big thing for me. Thank you in advance. So it sounds like you're new to vlogging and you want to jump right up to an R6, a level I wouldn't even go to? A king vlogger here? That's a tough one. Why do you need the stab? Are you moving a lot? I guess so. Handheld, kids. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's lots of kids around here. I get it. I get your show. R6, you could do it, but the R would be just as good with the, oh, no, that's heavy. You want wide and not heavy. Okay, so the whole Canon full frame, just abandon that dream. Sony might have your back. They could be coming with something in the ballpark of a region that vloggers might consider visiting. I'm not in on any type of meeting. It's definitely not on its way to my house, so I have no actual say in the matter, but that might be something you look at. I don't know what it's called or what it looks like, but you might want to wait. Canon full frame too heavy. They have nothing wide, only 35mm, which your kids will look super cinematic, but only 2 of them in the shot at the time. Then the others feel left out, like, why wasn't I in the shot? Don't you love me as much as Darren? Darren gets all the Fruit Loops. Just start with a phone, consider upgrading to an action cam if you're serious, and then maybe like a ZV-1 type of thing, or this new thing that's not even coming from Sony. Canon, their stape's not very good wide, or I would say Canon M6 Mark II with the 11-22, it's very shaky, not good. So I've helped you somehow. You'll figure it out. Hi, hope you are doing well. So the situation is the following. I'm on a budget. I'm selling my A6000 because I want to start experimenting with filmmaking, maybe vlogging one day, but still photography will be important. I was considering to get a full frame one, but consider, again, I read that backwards, that I'm on a budget. So which camera should I buy? Which full frame and which APS-C? What do you shoot? Filmmaking means nothing. Vlogging also means nothing. So you want to make a film about dinosaurs raiding your attic for raccoon meat. Fuji is tough to beat for the budgets. The XS10 with its kit lens even, the 18-55, fantastic little system there. That could make films. And if you want a nicer lens, you get the 16mm 1.4, maybe 23mm or 35mm 1.4. Full frame, Canon RP, 50mm 1.8, that's budget. It'll look like Crash. Crash? Get a black pro mist filter to take away the digital sharpness? I wish I could have done that. Why didn't I? How does the Canon C70 look with a black pro mist? Oh my god. Oh, how do I get it to stay up there? We did it. We got it. You can't even see there's a tripod. It can't go any lower. That took me like half an hour. Oh my god. 100K, congrats Casey. Thank you all. That's you. That's your award, not mine. Even, I'll be honest with you, thank you all so much for the well wishes and all the leading up. Oh, I almost won it. When I was like 97,000, almost. So I've gotten 700,000 comments about the 100K. Thank you all so much. It just, I already have 160,000 on Veggie Police, so until I crush him and his dreams, it won't feel real. So I need 200,000, then we got something. Then 1 million, then we can cry together. But until then, shut your mouths. I'm a Nikon user. That's I'm sorry to hear that. Who hurt you? Somebody? I plan to switch from APS-C Nikon Z to full-frame Nikon Z. Disgusting. Basically from a no-lens ecosystem. I didn't read that. Do you think the autofocus Viltrox 23 1.4 APS-C will be good enough for vlogging? It's a 35mm lens. It's a ZV-1, so it's designed for vlogging. Obviously not. Fantastic lens for this. If I used that right now, you'd be like, wow, throw that Canon C70 out. I get it. But not for handheld. It's too tight. The Fuji 23mm, even though that's a 35 roughly, it was a bit wider, I think, and it could be done. So you might. Was that full frame? No, APS-C. Or is it better to wait for the 28mm pancake? That's like a 40mm. Do you know what vlogging is? Oh God, these diaper wearing hobos. Oh, you beginning life sons of bitches. Making mistakes. Here's what you gotta do. If you're in Nikon Z full frame, you have the 14 to 30, 24, whatever that is, there's your lens. Or could get either the 20mm 1.8 or 24mm 1.8. Probably the latter. And that's it. That's all you got for that stupid system. You can't see yourself. Oh, am I in focus or exposed? You could be. It's Nikon. They're good at stuff. Not a lot of things. Hello, sir. Which one would be better choice for video recording between Canon M50 and Sony a6000? Oh, disgusting. Do you know what video recording means to me? Nothing. Not one thing. I would get the Canon M50 just for the color science. Sony is just... it hurts. It does. The Sony a7S III, pretty good. Pretty good. It's in here, worst lighting in the business. We're trying to remedy that at one point, but I have a big window and then a light bouncing to the window. Nothing makes sense here. If I just turn this way and bounce a light off this wall, then the window light will backlight my right ear. The cinema will be ours. You wait for it. I got lights all over the place coming. Was that your question? Yeah, Canon M50, Sigma 16mm 1.4 or 30mm 1.4, done. Fantastic system. It's obsolete. They'll never make another lens for the system or camera. It's trash. But you're buying into obsoleteness just like you would if you got an Olympus product. Love those. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I dreamed of creating some video content, mostly filming myself in my home recording studio making music. Low light, lots of fun glowies in the background. Don't do it. You're a scrub. You're not in the new age with your new technology. You're not a cyborg. Oh, look what the future is like. It's just lights, just colored lights like they had for Christmas trees back in 1946. A photographer recommended I get the Canon Rebel SL3. Oh God, photographer. That's why if you ever see one, you just push them over into the street and hope they avoid the gerbil and get hit by a car. SL3. After research, I got the 10 to 18. That's the lens you have to get for vlogging anyway. It's a decent one, I think. Stabilized, no light, even seeps through the thing. I wanted a wide angle to catch much of the groovy vibes in my studio. I have very little experience with cameras and cinema, has not yet been ours. Would you recommend upgrade my lens? So you did buy that. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that photographer led you astray. I have my eye on the Sigma 16mm. Does that even work for the system? But yeah, if it does, I thought that was a mirrorless lens. I guess maybe they have the DSLR version, but I wouldn't be upgrading into a DSLR type of area, although I don't think they're going to continue on with the M line that much longer. It'll be all RF glass, even APS-C one day for that system. So yeah, you could get the 16. That'll be much better. Keep what I have and actually learn what the video settings do. What do you need? Aperture priority mode and you're done. Auto white balance, you're good to go, as I've shown. I actually set the white balance. I was paranoid. There's no way. I just had a slider looking in the back. I'm like, I don't even know what I was going for, but it's off for sure. But then I held this up. But I don't know what to do with it. So it helped nothing. Was that your question? No? Give up on my dreams, move to Chicago and buy a hot dog stand. No one wants your hot dog meat, okay? I'm sure I'm not the only one who's ever said that to you. Just get the Sigma, move on with your life, make some videos. Once you reach 481 subs, you think of upgrading. You're good to go for now. Hello, Casey the Squirrel Master. I want some advice on gear. I currently own a Nikon D7500. It's funny when people mention these old cameras. I have no idea what that's even capable of. If it's somewhat new, I think it's an APS-C DSLR with zero video abilities. Am I right? But I want to upgrade to a camera that is better for video. I'm thinking of getting a Z50. Disgusting. Because I already have some Nikon glass, but I'm afraid the autofocus isn't good enough. What do you say? Are you kidding me? It's like leading the industry. Nikon is right up there. Sony the top, Then I would say Canon and Nikon are sharing second place. Then Olympus comes in, then Fuji, then 17 third-party companies you've ever heard of, and then Panasonic. That's the reality we live in. Yeah, fantastic. So you could do that. Should you though? Do you mind the flippy down screen that you can't have your camera on a tripod and use it? So you might have to go for that ZFC. That hurts. That hurts. But yeah, it's probably the better camera. I think it's cheaper too. No, it's not. Don't quote me on anything. I do mainly wildlife photography, video, documentary about cows, astrophotography, and street photography. Oh, you son of a bitch. You threw a curveball at the end there, didn't you? Oh, that hurts. So you have no lenses for that system. Or do you already have those lenses? If you do, then you're good to go. Yeah. ZFC, all the way. Fully condoned. They'll be in business for a long time to support it. Years. Months for sure. 6 weeks. Great video. I have no idea what video he even commented on. I don't remember. I have an X-T3 and 6 lenses for it. I shoot 80 video, 20 pictures. You needed the percentile thing in there. Then I would have understood what you meant, but I don't. So you shoot 80 videos a week, 20 pictures. That's a good ratio. I am usually a one-man show for my second camera for on-location video in dark restaurants and clubs. And YouTube reviews, should I get XS10, X-T4, Sony A7C? No Sony lenses. So you're already in a system. You have an X-T3, which is better than the XS10 in most ways. You're dumb, is what you're doing to yourself. You don't need to upgrade. You have 10-bit 4K 60p. What should I get next? Nothing. I use a Canon C70. It's nothing here. Come on. And Sony, I've made the video, X-T4 versus A7C. They're very comparable. It's like a sideways step. Yeah, you're getting full frame, but you're getting worse IBIS and a bunch of weird shit, and you have no lenses. So you stick with Fuji, you keep your X-T3, and you're done. I saved you so much money. Consider the Sony for battery, autofocus, full frame. Wish I could afford the A7S III or a Blackmagic Bad. Thank you for any help in advance. You can afford nothing, can't you? We all can. So don't get anything, and you're good to go. X-T4, you're only really getting a flippy screen. Potentially worse autofocus and IBIS. Is it good IBIS? Not really. XS10 would be the dumbest thing. I'd laugh at you. Do it. Buy it. I'll create affiliate link just for you. Alright, last one here. Hello CC. Appreciate your content and humor. I'm trying to decide what camera to get for shooting mainly soulless corporate and political promo videos. Would require bright footage, good contrasty colors, and the ability to slow down footage a little bit, so 60p. My issue is budget, which is quite tight, 2200 Canadian. Deciding between a used A6400 and X-T3. Oh boy. Do you need the autofocus? That's the only thing. You're gonna need a gimbal for both probably, because you're professional. That would suck to be you. Sony's cheaper, would allow me to get more quality lenses, Sigmo Trio. Sigmo? I like Sigmo lenses, I prefer them. And I would be able to trust the subjects are in focus and tracked. Yeah, it's probably the smarter choice. They both, Fuji will give you a more cinematic look, but you don't need that for your stupid people. Your dumb corporate people, which are in their business suits eating hot dogs. No one cares about them. The Fuji quality blows, Sony out of the water. Oh. The way I read that made it really bad. But I would be limited with the lenses, would probably go with the 18 to 55. Any advice is appreciated. You got it, you already know. A6400, Sigma, you don't need all three of them. Just the wide one and pick one of the telephotos. I don't think you need to go to the 56. It's too tight. Although, maybe you're political ass. And then a little gimbal. Something little and cheap. It's in your budget, trust me. we're good. So let me remind you that I know nothing of what you all asked of me today, yet you still ask it, and I make money off you asking me. So I'm fine here. It's you that learns nothing. Keep it vlogging related if you can. I know how to film in a living room with a Canon C70 and outside sometimes, and wildlife. I'm bringing that in to my repertoire. I read that. I know the word. We're done. I helped you all a lot. And don't ask your question twice. I've seen a couple people down there just say, oh, he didn't answer it. I've saved it. I save these all the time. I got like 3 weeks of them saved. So I just knocked off 1 week. I got another one almost ready. 10 questions. So don't ask it again. I'll ban your ass to the depths. How did the C70 perform today? Amazingly. I know it did. I'm going to go. Subscribe for more videos and I'll see you in the next one.